if you listen to every single furry on Twitch and YouTube, almost every single furry on Twitch and YouTube, not only do you get, you get that feminine voice, you get a ton of stuff, you got a lot going on, you get a lot of that shit. It's most of their microphones sound very over what's the word? Over processed. It sounds very there's a lot of low end. I can say, there might be a little too much low end on my microphone because me hearing it right now, it sounds, there's a low presence. But most of the time, you have those ones out there. Take for example, I'll play a recording, and you tell me if this recording, okay, is suitable for the listener's ears, because it just doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound right. In my ears, it doesn't sound right. Now, for other people, it might, oh, your microphone sounds so good. You know how to process it. No, that is totally, I can go online right now and I can buy a Shure SM7B. I can buy this. There's this little deal online. It's when you buy a Shure SM7B, it comes with a cloud lifter and it comes with a crappy boom stand. And I'm not talking about the one you can put on your desk. I'm talking about the ones you can mount on stage. No, you can buy those, and then you can go buy your boom arm off of Sweetwater or Guitar Center or Amazon. Most of the time, those deals come through online music stores. I've seen them on Sweetwater.com. You can go buy those, and you can buy a Focusrite 18920 or a Focusrite 2i2 and plug that in there, and you can run that son of a gun all the time. Now, what most of the time I see going on is I see the streamers using the Go XLR. Now, if you haven't done your proper research over what you should use for streaming, I see them use Go XLRs. I see them. There's this new thing that Rode has made. It's kind of like a Go XLR, but it's a lot smaller. It's condensed. But what it is it basically, it's a mixer. It's an interface, and it does EQ. It does everything almost. It's for streaming. People use it for streaming. It can be used as a soundboard. It can be used for making effects. Whatever the case is. But I hear most of the time is the Go XLR is not. It's not good for the SM7B. It's not good really for any microphone in my mind. It's not good. Reason being, the preamps in it are terrible. Now I don't know what the preamps are. I can look this up. But before we do that, I'll go ahead and let you have a listen to what this sound I'm hearing is, because to me it doesn't sound good. It sounds very overprocessed. It sounds a lot of low end. It's rattling my ears, so you can already tell, it's not going to sound good. So go ahead and have a listen. This is going to be, I'll turn this up, where you can hear it. But here you go. Have a listen.
Time to walk the dog. Be right back. All right, Wiz, have a fun time walking dogs. No!
Anyways, whatever that was. So you can hear some of the things I hear in his microphone is, one, you've completely lost all the mids. Now, a lot of the streamers will have their microphone like right up here. Like they'll be on top of their microphone. Usually I like to have the microphone, 3 inches away from my face. For one, I do have a windscreen on this microphone. It sounds, it sounds where you can tell, there's a windscreen. There's not a pop filter on it. There's a difference between a windscreen and a pop filter, The windscreen is like the little sock that goes over your microphone. It's not an actual sock. If you put a sock over your microphone, you can easily just buy, you know, a windscreen for a pair of socks, you know. It costs the same amount as a pair of socks. I can go to the store and buy a pair of Nike socks. Maybe a little more than that, you know. But I can buy a windscreen that fits my microphone for, you know, $20. Not even that, $6, $9, $10. You know, it depends on what microphone you have and how quality it is. So I can throw that on my microphone and call it good. But you can hear, you know, there's no mids. There's a lot of low end. You can also hear there's a tad bit of sibilance there. There's some sibilance in mine, but you don't hear it as much because it's knocking, you know, I have EQ and it's knocking out those frequencies where you don't have to hear that, you know, but it's still there, you know. You can kind of hear it, but you can hear it a lot in here. Like I said, he might be using a Go XLR. I don't know what he's using. But he could be using a Go XLR. I don't know his setup. I don't know the occasion. So, but I bet you we can go online and we can ask this person, because some people are open about what they use. Same as like, oh, what kind of PC setup do you have? It's easy just to ask, you know, what are you running? It might not even be a Shure SM7B. For all that matters, it could be an Audio-Technica AT2020 or a Blue Snowball or a Blue Yeti. One of the two. The Blue Yeti is going to sound just as worse as you hooking up your Shure SM7B to the Cloud Lifter to the Go XLR and then turning out all the mids, cranking up the lows, and having a bunch of sibilance. You can also hear in the audio recording, you can hear them moving. You can hear the desk. Like, you can hear like that's, but it's more prevalent. So like, I'll go back and we'll listen to it again. We'll listen to this, and you know, you can listen, and I'll point these out as we go along. All right. So let's go ahead and have another listen. All right.
Time to walk the dog. Be right back. All right, Wiz, have a fun time walking dogs. No.
All right. Do you hear that? Do you hear that part right there? Have a good time walking dogs, and you hear like a boom, boom, boom. That's the desk. That's the desk. You know, making noise. That's like him, like moving the desk or tapping his leg. That was my water bottle. Sorry. So you can hear that. All right. So one thing you can hear in this person is that it sounds like I said. There is no, the mids have been drowned out through this. And if you are a furry and you stream and you do YouTube, listen to my advice. And you can go out anywhere. I recommend a fellow on YouTube named Podcastage. Go watch him. Watch his videos. Understand what he's trying to say. Understand what you think is good for your voice. Don't go be a sheep and buy, you know, Shure SM7B, Cloud Lifter, Go XLR. Don't do that. That's bad. Because you don't know what this microphone, I think almost it doesn't match my voice. Because for one, I don't think condenser microphones match my voice as well as a dynamic microphone. Because, there's two different things. They're two different microphones, of course. You know, you have the condenser and then you have the dynamic. I think a dynamic matches my voice a lot better because I have a more low prevalent voice. But I want to be able to have, you know, that warm audio that comes through. I've used a tube microphone. I like a tube microphone. I think a tube microphone sounds good with my voice. But tubes are the main reason why I don't use a tube microphone, is because they, one, you use a tube microphone over time, those tubes are either A, gonna lose vacuum, because they are vacuum tubes, or you're gonna have to replace them, because over time, you know, the tubes, they'll get worn out. That's the thing. These microphones, sometimes the diaphragms go out, but it's very rare. More or less, it's electronics. So like you'll have, if you buy like a cheap microphone, say like a Neewer, if you buy something like that, you're either gonna have electronics fail you first, or the say like the diaphragm will begin to it'll begin to, if dust gets on it. That's why they came out with dust covers or windscreens. Windscreens acted as a good dust cover, excuse me. And you can mess with that. But that's besides the point. I'm getting way off topic. Anyways, so that's one of the many online streamers that I've come across. There's one that I specifically despise. And this is just my little pet peeve that I absolutely despise. Out of all furry streamers, recordings, anything I hear, is when you put a stereo widener on your microphone, or you buy a stereo microphone. If you think that sounds good in any way, unless you're doing ASMR, which I also hate, I do not like ASMR at all. I just don't like it. It doesn't do anything to my brain other than just annoy the piss out of me. I don't like when you put a widener on your microphone, or you go out and buy a stereo microphone. Now, some USB microphones like the HyperX Quadcast have stereo, quote unquote stereo, but you can buy a double diaphragm microphone. Those cost a lot of money, by the way. It costs like, the same as a Neumann U87 almost. No, they probably cost about $2,000 or $1,000. But you can buy a double diaphragm microphone, but they're both tuned to, you have left and right, and then it comes out through a certain type of cable, then splits the two channels into, it's a whole entire, most of the time they're tube microphones. So you don't have to worry about that. Like I said, you put wideners, you have stereo, and you play that into your stream, or you play that into your recording, and I hear that, ooh, I'm not a happy camper.
I'm just a happy camper.
I want people to sound good, so I can listen to their streams. I don't care if you're gonna go out there and use your Blue Snowball. I don't care if you're gonna go out there and use your Blue Yeti. Money might be the problem, but if you just spend some time, like I said, if you spend some time doing the research, finding what you want. Now, I recommend, if you're wanting to upgrade from a USB mic to an XLR, don't be a sheep. Like I said, don't be a sheep. Don't go buy, a Audio-Technica AT2020 with a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. Not a good idea. Not a good decision. Focusrite's preamps are not the greatest. Same as a Behringer audio interface. People can go out there and buy a Behringer audio interface, and it says Midas. You'll see the little words on there, right where the knobs are. It says Midas. Now, if you are an audio engineer, if you do audio and you have messed around with live sound and whatnot, Midas is a top-notch live sound. They make mixers, and they have made some of the best mixers there is out there. They just, I like Midas. I kind of like Soundcraft better. I'm not dogging on Midas, but I like Soundcraft. Their mixers sound more warm.
Oh, shut up!
That's off topic anyways. But yeah, Behringers will have, they'll have the words Midas on it. That's a lie. They don't have Midas preamps. And if they did, that would cost those Behringer interfaces with Midas preamps. They'll cost more. I can go online and buy a Behringer 204 UMC 204 HD. That's the 2-channel input with the MIDI and the RCA output. You could buy that online for about, $124. And then you can go and if it had Midas preamps, maybe add another 0, and that's probably what it's going to cost you for Midas preamps. It's still, people want to buy stuff like that because it's cheap. You gotta know what you're buying. Put a little more effort into looking to see what's good and what's not good, instead of just seeing like, oh yeah, this person has it and he sounds good. No, because I bet you over time that. So, root of the problem is just don't do stereo. I mean, you can do stereo, yes. You can do you can have 2 channels like I do. I have a 1 and a 2. I can mess with my stuff left and right. I can do stuff like that. That's not necessary. You don't have to worry about that. But just as I was saying, don't do stereo. That's not good. Anyways, it's it's like a little tangent. It's like a little thing, you know. I don't know how to explain it any better other than it just, you know, me saying, you know, take advice from me, you know. You don't have to listen to me. Listen to my preaching, listen to my gospel, you know. This is a little pet peeve. A little pet peeve of mine. This was very plosive. It's a little pet peeve. It's a little you know, take advice from somebody who has been in the industry, and you can ask other people that have been in the industry. Like I said, I can let you meet somebody that will say, you know, almost the same as what I'm saying. You know, nobody wants to hear that. If you want better streams, if you want better content made, you can listen to their microphones and be like, okay, this microphone gives me a headache. This microphone's too wide. It gives me a headache. You know, this microphone, too quiet. Can't hear it. Click off. I don't like the way this person's microphone is turned up all the way. Too loud. Click off. Like I said, too wide. You're panning left and right. Gives me a headache. Click off. Your microphone has way too much bass. Example. Microphone. Way too much bass. Doesn't sound good at all. Turn it off. Turn it down. Turn it down. Where it sounds, you know, level. There's no extra processing on your microphone. It doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good at all. You know, you can tweak it where it will sound better. But if you drown out all your mids and you're sibilant and you sound, you know, like you're talking through mud, then it doesn't sound good at all. Moral of the story, check your audio before you decide to make others regret or click off of your stream. If you want to talk about it more, you know, add me on Discord. FloofTM. Look me up on there and we can talk about it all damn day, because there's a lot going on. And not only is there that, you know, we can discuss. I would love to have a discussion with you about your audio and how it can be better, or, you know, how you disagree with my statement. I would love to talk to you. That saying, like I said, it's just, I'm recommending. I'm putting my thoughts into this, okay? This is not, listen to me, do as I say, you know? You're not in the Twilight Zone.
Prepare to enter the scary door.
You're listening to me, Insignia, on YouTube. As a matter of fact, I probably sound worse through YouTube right now, because, you know, YouTube compresses the frick out of their audio. Anyways, wasting your time just talking right now. So I'll go ahead and end it. It's nice talking to you. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube. I'm coming out with another video. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.
Oh.